What's up guys, Tori here from Team Elite Physique. I wanted to share with you one of our little diet hacks that we'll use whether you're in competition prep or you're working on a lifestyle transformation. This little ice cream trick here is going to help you stay on track with your menu plan, but eliminate all those fats and sugars that we know we shouldn't be having, whether again, we're wanting to get ready for a show or just improve our bodies to have that rockin' bod for everyday life. Now this ice cream recipe uses probably the strangest ingredient that you could ever imagine to make ice cream with. But I wanted to create something that was really thick and creamy, because if you just put your protein powder and almond milk in a blender, it just gets kind of liquidy really fast. And so I wanted something that was thick and creamy, and of course a big portion without all the calories for that volume so that you can be more satiated. So I came up with the craziest idea ever to use cauliflower as a filler for the ice cream. Now I know what you're thinking, oh my gosh Tori, that sounds like the worst ingredient you could put into anything, let alone ice cream. But again, it is one of those things where cauliflower can become anything. So give it a fair shot. I promise you, you can't taste it. I've had friends try this, even like my parents have tried this, and they can't tell that cauliflower is in this. And I do kind of mask that flavor with a bunch of other ingredients, but again, without adding all those extra calories. So this is a perfect little treat to kind of end your day with, but get in lots of fiber, more protein, and keep the carbs and fats low. Of course, depending on what your macros are, you can spice it up and add a little bit of extra to it. So here we go, cauliflower protein ice cream, the most strange concoction that you could ever make that's going to be a huge lifesaver for your transformation. That you're going to want to do is put your steamable cauliflower in the microwave. I've already done that step here because it is better once it's chilled. You microwave it in the steamable bag and then pour it out into a bowl and let it chill. I'll typically put mine in the freezer to speed the process up, or sometimes I even mix it up and leave it in the fridge, and then I can just pour it into my ice cream maker the following day. Typically, I will use cashew milk, as I do think it's a little bit creamier than the almond milk, but I suggest the unsweetened vanilla. Again, almond milk will work, but I do like the cashew milk for a little bit of creaminess. Of course, with our supply chain issues right now, though, that wasn't an option, so almond milk it is. Commonly, I will do chocolate ice cream just because chocolate's my favorite, and because I do think the cocoa powder helps mask that cauliflower flavor really well. But I am out of chocolate protein powder, so instead I'm going to be doing a peppermint ice cream using peppermint bark ice cream. One of the key ingredients in this to cover up the cauliflower is liquid stevia. Now I'm sure you could try regular stevia or granulated stevia or Truvia, and I've done that in the past, and sometimes I'll add both, honestly. And with this one, I use it pretty liberally. I wouldn't say I actually measure it out. I'm usually doing probably, give or take, like 4 to 5 full droppers, or roughly half full or so. And then I usually go to emulsion blender is what I use to mash the cauliflower, because without this you are going to get those little bits of kind of grainy cauliflower that aren't going to taste very good, with texture in your mouth. So I do recommend a hand emulsion blender. You can get these at like Walmart, Bed Bath & Beyond. They're usually about 20 bucks, and they typically do come with 2 attachments. So pretty good bang for your buck. I think this one came from Walmart. It's the Oster one. It's worked really well for a long time. With this, I typically just mash it like straight down, pick it up, mash it straight down, pick it up. And you can do this before you've added the almond milk and other items to your cauliflower as well, or after. The trick to this is, of course, getting out all those lumps, so once it churns, it won't have any gritty pieces in it, and so you want to keep going till it's pretty thick and soupy, but again, you won't be able to tell that there's any cauliflower in there. For this recipe, you are going to need an ice cream maker. It's a really big difference when you put a mixture like this in an ice cream maker as opposed to in a blender. The blender is going to make it like really thick and kind of frothy, but the ice cream maker is going to churn it, and it's going to make it very thick and a lot creamier, more like the ice cream texture that we love. This particular ice cream maker I got from Bed Bath & Beyond. They're usually about $50, $60, and of course you can apply a 20% off Bed Bath & Beyond coupons. But these are, they come in all different sizes. This is one of the bigger ones. I've historically used the smaller one, and actually probably like it just a little bit more. It's white in color, it's made by Cuisinart. But you'll want to turn it on first, because that bowl is frozen, so you don't want it to stick to the sides as soon as you put it in. So you want to turn your bowl on first and then add your mixture after that. Typically I add sea salt to it. You're going to add about 1/4 teaspoon. I'm going to give it a shot this time and actually try rock salt though, so we'll see how this goes, but it's going to be a little bit different, but we'll see if this helps with the consistency and the texture. Another optional ingredient that you can add to this is xanthan gum. I didn't add that because personally I don't like the way it makes my stomach feel, but it's definitely something that you can add to give it a little bit more thickness, and it does help add to the texture and the volume. Here's my only complaint with this recipe. Sometimes the ice cream does stick to the bottom of the ice cream maker because it doesn't have a lot of fat in it, and the fat would keep it from sticking. So every once in a while I do scrape the bottom of my ice cream maker with a spoon just to help get that ice cream that is on the bottom off so the rest of the mixture can keep churning. 15 to 20 minutes to churn till it's like super thick. Of course you could stop it sooner, but if you want that like super good ice cream texture, you're going to want to let it keep going for a while. Okay, so hopefully as you can see, it is really thick. So again, the difference between the ice cream recipe and what you're gonna see in like a protein smoothie or protein fluff, protein frosty sort of thing is the consistency. So this is essentially like a big block of ice cream now. It's good for like having like that little like real life treat, like you're having a dessert. You can be hanging out with your friends and feel like you're a part of the group, having dessert with everybody. So there is my creamy peppermint bark ice cream. As you can see, it's super thick, and this is packed full of fiber. And like I promised you, you would never know that this was based with cauliflower. Toppings on this one, I added just some Lily's sugar-free chocolate chips just to add a little bit of texture there. But now I have a nice little dessert treat. Amazing volume, super high in fiber, and packed with protein, yet low in carbs and low in healthy protein dessert that you can have and enjoy regularly without all the guilt. If you give this recipe a shot, be sure to let me know and tag me on Instagram at The Right Way, and be sure to tag Team Elite Physique and let us know what you think. And of course, let us know what you'd like to see more of to help you stick to your menu.